Some buyers get their way by deliberately shouting and yelling at the seller. It's a negotiating tactic deliberately designed to make the salesperson feel uncomfortable, intimidated and unimportant. The salesperson is made to feel small. They cringe at the thought of continuing the negotiation in that atmosphere, and they just give in to proposals they would not otherwise do. Buyers who shout and yell maybe learned this strategy as a child, or from their children, or on a negotiating skills training course. They learn from their children that it's easier to shout and scream and get faster results than to make the time to persuade by rational and logical means. In the case of children, the more they shout and scream, the more likely the weaker parent is to give in to their demands. And the weaker the child's position, the more they're likely to scream and shout. So does the buyer. But as parents, we also know that we cannot or should not let them get away with it. We have to show them screaming and shouting will just not work. And that takes patience, confidence, and sometimes even a lot of courage. So how do we deal with a buyer who uses these tactics on us? First of all, do not shout and yell back. If you both end up doing this, a win-win outcome is almost certainly impossible. But do not be intimidated. Refuse to be abused and do not get emotional. And if necessary, quietly, politely and calmly tell them you are not able or prepared to negotiate in these circumstances and not prepared to be spoken to like that. Remain totally rational, as if you were dealing with the same objection or concern that a more polite buyer might raise. If you act professionally with dignity and firmness, the shouter will usually stop. If they do not, and as a last resort, just walk away. After all, you're likely to have to meet with this person often in the future, and you have to ask yourself, do I really want to? But it doesn't usually come to that.